Welcome back to 5 Minute Drum Lessons, where we get it done in 5 minutes or less. On today's agenda, Kid Charlemagne by Steely Dan, by request. So, we're going to break this one down real quick. I found a transcription online on YouTube, so you can check it out. It's from Drum School Online. Andrew/Drum School Online. And he did a little transcription. We've got the main groove here. And yeah, we're going to check it out because it's basically just the same groove throughout the tune. And there's a couple main things to look at, and we're going to jump right into it. So basically, it's just 8 notes on the hi-hat. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and we're opening on the and of 1 and the and of 3 in every bar. 1 and 2. Oh, sorry. And 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4. That's basically what's happening. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And there's a figure here between the hi-hat and snare, like this. And this thing, it pops up a lot and it's super useful. And if you can just get your, get that one little figure together, it'll help a lot because it does pop up a lot. And so if you're trying to learn something, you'll probably bump into it. And even if you're just doing your own playing, it's a great figure to use. So basically, your 1 and then this figure I'm talking about is 2 E and So beat 2 is an accent, the same way it would be in a basic beat. So you have 2 E and So it's the 4/16 notes. 2 E and The E and the are ghost notes on the snare, and then the and is in between, just your regular and. So really slow, you're going accent on 2, 2, E, and Just make sure the E and the on the snare are soft. 2, E, and 2, E, and And that's what's happening on beat 2 and also on beat 4. And then, so if I just play that, 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and Then we just add an E on the end of 1 and an E on the end of 3. So this is really the same thing twice that repeats in the hands. So 1 E and 1 E and, again a ghost note on the E, 1 E and then continuing 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and And that's basically it. We've got the bass drum pattern, but I'll just do that one thing a little faster. So that's what's happening. Pretty funky, pretty cool. And then the main bass drum pattern is just, it's on the quarter notes. On beat 1, beat 2, not beat 3, and then on beat 4. So you have 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. So bass drum notes on 1, 2, 4. And maybe the tune's probably a little faster. So you just make sure the ghost notes are nice and soft, and that'll bring the groove. And then there are a couple little variations with the bass drum. The hands don't change. The first variation that I'll show, you just add the and of 3 on the bass drum. So if you the 1, the 2, the and of 3, and the 4. So nice and slow. 1 E and 3 E and 4 E and. So you just add a bass drum note underneath the second open hi-hat on the end of 3. 1 E and 3 So just a little added bass drum note on the end of 3. And then the other one's a little trickier where you're doing the of 3. So it comes just after the open hi-hat. And then you have a double on the bass drum, 4. So 1, 2, 3, E, and 4. So that's a little trickier. I'll show it slow. 1, E, and 3, E, and 4, E, and 1, E, and 3, and 4, and 1. Just a little variation. And honestly, you could play through this whole tune just doing the main 1, 2, 4. I mean, that sounds great and will work for the tune. So you can just stay on that. And then if you want to try those variations with the and of 2 or the of 3, I'll try the of 3 one a little faster. So you can try to mix those ones in, but I think that gives you an idea of the main groove, and that's it. Kid Charlemagne, Steely Dan, awesome request. Hope that helped a little bit. Let me know if you have any further questions. Thank you for joining me. See you on the next one.